And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets of the game.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. And again, Chicago, no good. Lets it fly. And it's Green, missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Dunleavy. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Well, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot. Yeah, that's got them over the limit, and it's still early. They'll have to play smart, or they could give up a lot of free throws.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bulls.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Ezeli's checked in for Draymond Green. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, with 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
Now here's McDermott. Rose. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Rose has got 8 points.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
Aaron Brooks, he's checked in for Rose. Warriors trail by 11. Here's Iguodala. Noah with the block. Moore outside. On the wing, Brooks. Drills it from outside.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out. Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
No, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass. And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
Yeah, getting to the line and converting, Greg. That's the big thing. It's always good when you can do that because it stabilizes your offense.
That one goes. Count it.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
It's been a good night for Brooks. He's already got 9 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Chicago leading by 20.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever. And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Allen's position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Moore with the bucket. Moore's got his first 2 points of the night.
Doug McDermott.
And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Iguodala no good. Now the Bulls with it. Noah kicks to Moore. All alone. The shot misses. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Passes to Livingston. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
That mid-range jumper is just another one of his weapons.
Brooks kicks to Mirotic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Barbosa gets the bucket.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Here is Brooks. He's got 9. Down low. Here's Noah. Shot is off. The first quarter concludes. And Pau Gasol, after some great years and some difficult years, talks about now
I think it's been noticeable.
I think you'd have to say that Gasol's decision to go to Chicago, Clark, was great. He clearly gave it a lot of thought. It's hard to imagine him having made a better pick.
You know, I agree. Not only is he happy, but so are his teammates, Ask Rose and Noah and Butler. Those guys love playing with him, and you can see how the change of scenery rejuvenated the big Spaniard, too.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And the Bulls guys have been rolling right along, haven't they?
It's all about the depth, really. The bench has been the difference. The bench play really has separated these two teams.
Yeah, it's been a huge advantage for him. That bench has really made a nice contribution.
It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes in at the small forward. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
And, guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
And that steal made it possible. And if they can use a few more sequences just like that.
Butler kicks to Gasol. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. You know, and Bogut, as I recall, Clark was so distraught by those injuries that at one point he thought he might retire.
Yeah, he gave some serious thought to packing it in after the 2013 season, Kevin. Luckily for his team, though, he worked through it and is as strong as ever at the defensive end.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spates is checked in. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Outside Gasol. And the pass to Butler. Shot clock at 5. And Steph Curry with the foul.
That's the risky run by staying out there as he picks up his third.
Ian Clark's checked in for Curry.
Ian Clark.
Butler dishes to Dunleavy. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Warriors trail by 17. Takes a shot at the elbow. Rebound by Rose.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Gasol wide open. He fires. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And the Bulls lead by 19. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Right wing. Here's Barnes. And he banks in the layup. Barnes has got his first bucket in this one.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago. And good on the basket. Book it. And that's now 6 points for Pau Gasol. Warriors trail by 19. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. Derrick Rose was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team in the way they approach the game. Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for the Warriors. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Holiday's checked in. Here's Chicago. Some momentum with a 15-2 run underway. The shot no good, so Golden State will take it the other way. Here's Speights. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Speights has got his first 2 points of the night.
What great touch there on the fadeaway. Man, right in his face.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. The open shot, Butler. The Warriors pull it in.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And the whistle blow is going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul. Some changes for Golden State. Vasili's checked in for Speights. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Ian Clark. Chicago also making some changes. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Brooks in for Rose. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Was way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
And Leandro Barbosa gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Draymond Green. And Curry subbed in for Leandro Barbosa. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for the Bulls. Mirotic, the screen. There's the bucket. Good.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Curry against Brooks. Curry gets the bucket. Curry's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, he's really doing a nice job taking advantage of what the defense is giving him.
The drive by Brooks. Good for the fifth time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
The number 1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big Aussie coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for Justin Holiday.
You know, going back to Bogut's fanfare entering the league, was 3rd in Rookie of the Year balloting. Then he went on to have some solid, if unspectacular, years, though his shot blocking and defense were always strong.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Another shot from outside. They're not attacking. I mean, going in and seeking contact like they did in the first one, I'm not seeing that.
Yeah, you can't play the scorebuck. You have to play your game. They need to mix it up a little bit here.
The drive by Brooks. And the rejection by Ezeli. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. A dominating first half of basketball. And so,
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. We've been watching a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Chicago was looking great right away. Amped up and ready off the tip. They immediately went on an 11. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started.
well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Aaron Brooks with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And he just went off in those first two quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
So for Chicago right now, Butler teams with Dunleavy on the perimeter. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's Rose in at the point.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
The Warriors shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. Barnes kicks to Green. To the middle. Butler with the steal.
Get back.
Rose with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. For 3, Dunleavy. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Dunleavy's got 13 points.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Over in the corner, Barnes got a piece of it. And stolen by Butler. Rose passes to Gibson. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And scoring at will, starting to pull away here.
Certainly this one's threatening to get out of hand, and soon, partner.
They get the rebound. Bogut dishes to Curry. Over Rose. Another miss by Curry.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Rose, no good.
4 for 5 so far. That's their first miss of the second half.
The drive by Thompson. Wasted no time on that one.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Here's Butler. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Curry. Rebounded by Rose.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Pass to Gasol. Butler from outside. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
Curry. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season. Won the Most Improved Player of the Year award. Really picking up his production in his 4th season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. And it's Rush in for Harrison Barnes. Then for the Bulls, Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Mike Dunleavy. Rose attacking, and that one's good. Rose has got 12.
You know, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots. And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. And the Warriors with some changes. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Green. Ian Clark comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Chicago also making some changes. Joakim Noah is checked in for Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top. Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Here's Portis. Tries again, and the layup is up and in. Portis has got 4 this quarter.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Holiday with the block. Pass to Noah. Leaner from distance. That one bounces around and comes back out.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the leaner's probably not the best option on that shot.
Bulls always seem to be tough on the road, and last season no different. They would end with 23 road wins on the year.
And that number was good enough for the second most in the East. Unlike shooting, it's very hard for defenses to go cold, and that's why the Bulls have been so good on the road.
Chicago has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Rush with the steal. Can't get it to go. Good D by Holiday. The Bulls have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Brooks with it. And it's Iguodala picking him up. Here's Portis. Makes it off the glass. Portis has got 6.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
Yeah, something's got to change. A double team, maybe a sub.
Patience. Patience. Taking the Warriors, leading the long rebounds.
The Oracle Arena was rocking last season. And with good reason, the Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them 1 off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
Well, I tell you what, you look at the Warriors, and they were actually unstoppable in every way last season. Average home margin of victory was 13-plus points. A lot of those games weren't even that close as they let things get tight in garbage time.
Ezeli kicks to Livingston. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. That's good from McDermott on the assist by Brooks.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
And the Warriors miss again.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
The Bulls have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. And he makes the first but misses the second. From deep. Livingston, no luck.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Chicago's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Ezeli is out there with Harrison Barnes. Then there's Barbosa. Then there's Livingston. And it's Bogut in at the center. That's the Warriors 5. Warriors shooting 27%. The offense is just embarrassing themselves. Here's Livingston. Can't hit, so the Bulls will take it the other way.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
No good from Moore.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
The Bulls shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. McDermott, and he gets it to go.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
And the call will be against Shaun Livingston. That's foul number 2 for him.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Golden State. Ian Clark comes in for Shaun Livingston. And a change for the Bulls. Portis, he's checked in for Noah. Brooks with the bucket.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
Kicks it to Bogut. Fades and shoots. And the shot falls short this time.
I think in that situation, that was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Looking to end the run. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
Bogut against Moore. Out to the wing. Here's McDermott. The rebound by Ezeli. Ezeli's got his 3rd rebound tonight. McDermott with a steal. It's Clark with the rebound.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Bulls have gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Brooks with no one around. And again, Chicago, no good. The Warriors shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Rush. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Moore's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And he gets the bucket. 17 points for Brooks.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their pass.